What's going on, everybody? I am back with another Prizepicks WNBA player props video. This one going to be breaking it down, giving you guys 5 picks to get you winning some money over here on Prizepicks. As always, if you haven't checked out Prizepicks, would highly recommend you check them out. It is a player props website and app where you can win money off of picking the over and under on things like players' points, assists, rebounds, points, rebounds, assists, fantasy score, etc. Go ahead and use that promo code KJK DFS to receive an instant match on your first deposit up to $100 today. Again, that is code KJK DFS. Go to lock that in, get that free money offer. Start winning some money over here on Prizepicks today with these picks, guys. And if you are getting very serious, I do offer premium content packages. That's linked below in the description, patreon.com/KJK_DFS. Got a bunch of good stuff going on in there, and it's going to get even better come July 1st because I'm going to launch an all sports package and some new packages as well that people have been very excited about. So check that out. And if you enjoy the content, would be greatly appreciated if you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. Been on a roll with WNBA all season long, man. Last time out didn't go well, but the good news is quick 5-0 sweep, and we can forget about that bad night real quick, and that is the game plan here. Want to go 5-0? Always the goal. Get back on a run, and I plan to do so tonight. So let's talk about it. We got 2 games in the WNBA tonight. We have the Indiana Fever taking on the Phoenix Mercury and the Las Vegas Aces taking on the Los Angeles Sparks. We'll kick things off with the game that starts at 10 p.m. Eastern Time in the Phoenix Mercury Indiana Fever. This game comes in with a 168 over-under. It's a 7-point spread in favor of Phoenix, so decent paced game, expected to stay close. And there's one player in particular we've been targeting all season long that I'm going to continue to target on the Phoenix Mercury. That's Skylar Diggins-Smith. She has been phenomenal, and she just got a massive usage bump as well, with there being no more Tina Charles in Phoenix. Skylar Diggins-Smith usage just took a huge leap. First game without Charles, 25 shot attempts. She put up 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks, 3 steals, 26 points. That's what I'm expecting out of Skylar Diggins-Smith moving forward. Her usage is going to be phenomenal. She's already been phenomenal all season long. And I love targeting her fantasy score. I love targeting fantasy score in WNBA in general. If you've been watching my content, you probably picked up on this by now. If you haven't, though, I think there is a massive edge in the WNBA when targeting players that rack up lots of blocks and steals. It's somewhat predictable. It contributes in a big way to fantasy score. If you're new to fantasy score, you don't know how fantasy score works, pulling up the scoring chart here as far as how the WNBA is scored for fantasy scoring. You get 1 point for every point, 1.2 for every rebound, 1.5 for every assist, 3 points for every block, and 3 points for every steal. So the blocks and steals are massive for fantasy point upside. It's something that I like to target. Love targeting fantasy score in the WNBA. And my first pick is going to be the over 40.5 fantasy score here for Skylar Diggins-Smith. She's hit this in 3 of the last 5. Keep in mind, Tina Charles was playing in some of those games. She didn't quite have the usage bump that she now has. She plays massive minutes. Looking at my advanced metrics hub as far as the minutes per game for Miss Skylar Diggins-Smith, third in the league, 34.2 minutes per game. And like I said, tons of block and steal equity. She's a 2.3% steal rate and a 2.6% block rate. So that is really, really good. That's up there with the top of the league in both those categories. And you look at the game logs, how she's been getting there. Well, she does it all, man. She plays massive minutes, 26 minutes, 4 points, 3 assists, 2 blocks, 3 steals in this game, 1 block, 2 steals the time before, 1 block, 1 steal, 2 steals, 3 blocks, 1 steal, 3 blocks, 3 steals. So this just goes to show you the kind of block and steal equity she has to go along with everything else she offers. She plays massive minutes. She's the full package. Going to be taking the over 40.5 fantasy score here for Skylar Diggins-Smith as pick number 1 of the video. Pick number 2, we're going to be switching right on over to the other game for the remainder of our 4 picks. It's the Las Vegas Aces taking on the Los Angeles Sparks. This game kicks off at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time on NBA TV tonight. Comes in with a 175.5 over-under with a 7.5 point spread in favor of Las Vegas. So it is expected to be a track meet. I think there's going to be lots of points scored in this game, and I want to be taking full advantage of it for sure. So we will kick things off with the away team in the Las Vegas Aces here. As far as their implied total, or not even their implied total, I'm sorry, as far as the picks that I'm going to be going to in this game, we're going to kick things off with Miss Chelsea Gray, and we are going to be taking the over on her fantasy score here for pick number 2. Once again, very similar to everything that we just discussed, very similar to what I want to be targeting for fantasy score. She has tons of block and steal equity. She's averaging 32.4 over her last 5. They've got her line set at 30. And once again, a player that plays lots of minutes and has a lot of block and steal equity. Specifically in the steals category, she'll rack up a bunch of steals. As far as her steal percentage, 2.5 steal percentage. She also has a 1% block percentage, so she'll rack up the blocks every once in a while, but does have a bunch of steal equity. She plays 29.9 minutes per game, so practically 30 minutes per game. Look at how she's getting there. over her last couple games, kind of what she does. Chelsea Gray, pulling up the game logs. Last time out, she played 39 minutes, 12 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, 5 steals. Right there. Perfect example of the steal upside that Chelsea Gray can supply us with. Time before. 4 points, 3 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals. So that wasn't her best game, but she still had the 2 steals. 16, 6, 8, 1, and 1. That's kind of what we're looking for. 16, 5, 8, 1 steal. 10, 4, 7, 3 steals. 18, 5, 4, 1 steal. 8, 1, 6, 2 steals. So the steal upside's there. She typically will get you points, rebounds, and assists. When her points are down, that can become a little bit of an issue. Naturally, you need some scoring to rack up some points. It's kind of the quickest way to do it, but 32.4 over her last 5. Once again, bunch of steal equity. The game environment's phenomenal. Big pace here with a 175.5 over-under. And where her fantasy score is at as far as the 30 line, I think we'd be taking advantage. So pick number 2, I like the over 30 fantasy score for Chelsea Gray. Pick number 3, we're going to be going to her teammate who let the whole world down last time. She let us down, but we're going right back to the well. And that's going to be Derek Wnba. I'll be taking the over 31.5 fantasy score for Derek Wnba as pick number 3. Absolutely crushing this line in 5 of the last 6. Last time she let us down, but that's not going to deter me from going right back to the well. Once again, a player with lots of minutes, lots of steal upside. Once again, does it in all categories as well. Her scoring was way down last game, which is what really hurt us. She only put up 5 points. Look at the times prior, though. 15, 16, 16, 20, 12. And to go along with the rebounding, the assists, and the steals. Once again, another player, plays lots of minutes, has lots of steal equity. Going ahead and pulling up Derek Wnba here on my sheet. She's playing 31 minutes per game. She has a 2% steal rate and a 0.7 block percentage. So she typically will do it with mostly steals. Very similar to Chelsea Gray, who we just discussed. But she will sneak in a few blocks from time to time. She's also on the floor for tons of minutes. Obviously, tons of opportunity to contribute. And you look at how she does it consistently, just doing it across the board, man. It's just a no-brainer for me. Want to be continuing to target her fantasy score. I've got a projected hit over on her fantasy score as I do all of these picks, and I think she has a much higher ceiling than what her fantasy score line is set at as well. So pick number 3, going to be taking the over 31.5 fantasy score for Derek Wnba. Pick number 3 on the video. Pick number 4, we're going to be going to the other team in the Los Angeles Sparks. We're going to be kicking things off with Miss Sykes. Really like her as well. Same story, like the over 22.5 fantasy score for her. Why? She gets tons of blocks and steals. She plays tons of minutes and she contributes in all categories. What else is there to say? But the blocks and steals for her is phenomenal. One thing I forgot to mention as well with Chelsea Gray and Derek Wnba. Chelsea Gray, against her opponent, they are 12th in the league against her position. Dead last. The Los Angeles Sparks are dead last at defending Chelsea Gray as far as the guard spot, and guess what? As far as the forward spot with Derek Wnba, they're also dead last, 12th in the league. So both these ladies get a phenomenal matchup as well. Something I just forgot to mention. Wanted to bring that up real quick. Both in great spots to perform. Same can be said for all these picks that we've gone with so far, though. Skylar Diggins-Smith also 8th best against her position. So good matchups, good fantasy point production, good pace in the games, everything we're looking for. Pick number 4, Brittany Sykes, same thing. Great game environment, tons of block and steal equity. You look at my advanced metrics hub, she actually leads the entire league, the entire WNBA in steal percentage with a 3.5 steal percentage. Also, really elite numbers in the block category, though, with a 2.6% block percentage. I don't quite understand why she's only at 22.5 over here, but I'll gladly take it. She typically plays right up around 30 minutes. And very similar to these, the trend of this video, we're targeting fantasy score. We want all categories, specifically the blocks and steals we want a good pace game. This Los Angeles game is indeed going to be that. You see the last 2 times out, 31, 33 minutes. You can see 15 points, 3 rebounds, 8 assists, 3 steals, 15, 5, 3, 2 steals. Just really, really good stuff, and I'm expecting that to continue. Though the times before, she wasn't playing as many minutes, 27, 23, 19. I'd have to go back and check the game logs, but it wouldn't surprise me if that was just foul trouble issues. Even if she doesn't get up to 30 minutes, though, with how much she contributes, she could easily pass this line. And if she gets up to 30, even better. You can see 37 and 28 the last 2 times out. Has been contributing and killing it, and I think she continues to do so, especially with the steals. I mean, she has 2.2 steals per game and 0.8 blocks per game. That's just amazing, especially when our line's only at 22.5. So we'll be taking advantage of that. Pick number 4, I like the over 22.5 fantasy score for Brittany Sykes. And pick number 5, going to another player we've been targeting a ton. Not going to stop. That's Anika Ogwumike. Went with her last time out. She hit the over 33.5. Will continue to do it. Once again, same story. She plays lots of minutes. She has lots of steal equity. She does it in all categories. Everything we're looking for. She plays 32.2 minutes per game. 2.5% steal percentage. 1.4% block percentage, so she can get the blocks, the steals. She averages 12 field goal attempts per game, so she's going to shoot. and everything that we're looking for. Once again, this game comes in with a 175.5 over-under. Should be a fantastic pace. I think all these ladies have a good game tonight. Like the over 33.5, you look at how she's contributing as of late. Her fantasy points per game, she's putting up 34.77 fantasy points per game. And lots of minutes, lots of scoring, rebounding, assisting, and steals. That's how she does it. 24, 4, 3, 2 steals. 15, 4, 3, 2 steals. 21, 6, 2, 1 block, 3 steals. That would be phenomenal. That's what we're looking for. 17, 10, 1 block, 2 steals. And so it's like every game, there's 2 steals, 3 blocks, you know, whatever the case may be, a combination of blocks and steals, 2, 3. And that's the trend of the video, and that's what I like to target. I want high usage players that play lots of minutes that can also rack up the blocks and steals. All 5 of these ladies do that. All 5 of these ladies, I think, have a projection higher than what the line is on Prizepicks. And these are my 5 picks to get you winning some money over here on Prizepicks tonight in the WNBA, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. If you haven't checked out the premium content packages, check those out. And if you haven't signed up for Prizepicks, sign up today. Use that promo code KJK DFS to receive an instant match on your first deposit up to $100. Best of luck on your props tonight, guys, and we will see you in the next one.